Hello everyone, we're once again out in the front yard, and last time we looked at the plants that were growing in the porch, and here's a real quick look at our Burmese okra. It's starting to really produce okra for us. There are 2 plants, and then this morning we harvested some okra. We're going to continue down this way and look at our the rest of our front yard, some parts of it. This is comfrey Baki number 14. We're using this as a way to harvest the energy from the sun and use this as green manure. We'll talk about it some more in the future. Here's a scaly bark watermelon. Let's see if we can squeeze in another planting this year. Once again, our Vana Tulsi. This is a perennial here in California. Grows back really quickly, and it got really bushy and starting to block some of the view of the sidewalk. And we just kind of pruned it back. Grows back quick, as I just mentioned, and this is from previous pruning. I think it was last year. So I don't know if we saw this plant in the last video. If we did, then it was very bare after being trimmed back, and now it's nice and green and lush again. Look at that green. It's really, really pretty. What we're gonna concentrate on today is this little patch here, which is a illustration of permaculture and letting nature work itself out. An example, polyculture, the idea of growing companion plants to pick up the slack of other plants. So for instance, we have some Georgia Southern collard greens here, and if you look at the plants, you'll notice that there are very minimal cabbage worm damage, namely very few holes in them. There aren't any kind of biological controls, either organic or otherwise. A lot of it is probably due to some of the marigold that we planted in here, and marigold is supposed to ward off pests, and other things planted in here, basil. So this is a really dense planting, and if you have an area with a lot of sun, the plants can get most of its energy just from the sun, and you don't need to put too much into the soil for the plants. Some of this, like this okra here, this Clemson spineless, it's not very big looking. That's probably the result of just the soil not being too robust, but nonetheless we still get, okra from these 2 plants. They grow about 2 to 3 inches. And we have here, for the first time ever, a black beauty eggplant. So it's really, really pretty. It's coming in. We have 2 plants, so there's one here and then there's another. It's making blossoms. So here's a blossom at the end of my fingertips right there. And other plants, we're starting to see the black turtle bean. So if you caught one of the mail calls where we got an order of black turtle bean seeds, we're starting to see those. So let me see if I can get in closer, show you some of the blossoms. And this is just a style of, oh look, there's a pod that's forming down there. So this is just a style that I like to grow plants with, which is basically just throw things down and see how they do. And this is sown or thrown and planted very densely, just it's a way to maximize our growing space here. So so this is this part of the front yard. So we'll probably check out some other parts in the near future. So with that, thanks for coming out today and checking out our front yard, and I will see you in the next video.